Toastmaster, because of political clubs, keep asking him to give important speeches. Scott is giving you I'm sorry, because I'm trying to read something here. Scott, the title of his speech is, "My name is Scott." Please help me welcome Toastmaster Scott.
I have 8 children. My kids love to ask me about my history. Mercy particularly, she'll say, "Dad, tell me about this era of your life or that era of your life." And I have to give little snippets about who I am and think about something that will entertain them. A kid may ask me, "Well, Dad, tell me about when you were young." And I may say, "Well, I was born in South Florida, Opelika, and my best friend at the time was Mark Long." Now, Mark had this harebrained idea to steal some gasoline from Guy Moody's house and use a 55-gallon drum that my older brothers happened to have around the yard, pour the gasoline into the drum, and throw a match in. Well, so we did that. I took the match and I threw it and it didn't light. It kind of went out. Threw it again, didn't work. So Mark tried it. Mark's better at lighting matches than I am, because he lit the first match. Boom! This mushroom cloud comes billowing out of this 55-gallon barrel. I lose my eyebrows and the front of my hair. Mark, being the one who dropped the match, got some second-degree burns, first-degree burns, sorry. There has been a long-standing debate between the Yardley family and the Long family who threw that match. I'm sticking to my story. It was Mark Long. My daughter may ask me, "Well, Dad, tell me about when you lived in Michigan." Well, when I was 10, my parents divorced and I moved with my mom to Michigan. I love Michigan. It was a Huck Finn experience. I would hitchhike to the lake. I would never come home for lunch. I'd sit in a tree, eat apples or pears. If that wasn't available, there'd be blackberries, raspberries, or wild leeks to eat. It was great. We'd have mud fights along the lake, and at the end of the day, I'd hitchhike home. I really love Michigan. My kids may say to me, "Well, Dad, tell me about when you were a teenager." When I was 15, I moved back down to Florida, lived with my father, and went to high school at MacArthur High. And I hated high school. I just didn't like it until I got involved. And once I got involved, I loved it. I joined choir, cross country, and track. On track, I ran the half mile. Now, how I ran it, well, we had a guy named Henry Jones, and he was the best runner. And so I would pace him. I would start behind Henry Jones and go around the track once, and then twice. And halfway through the second time, Henry would let it all out. He'd just take off, and I'd kind of hit a wall, and he'd leave me and finish up. He'd normally get a 2-minute half mile. I'd get about a 2-minute 8 seconds. Well, we went to a Birdine's Invitational. It was a very large track meet. In fact, it was so large that they broke up the half mile into more than one race. Since Henry Jones was so much better than me, he ran in a different heat. Well, I was in a fix. I always followed Henry Jones. So I decided that I was going to take the lead. So I ran around track, lead like Henry Jones would. First time, second time, and halfway through the second time, nobody passed me. I go 3/4 around the second time, and I look behind me, and the nearest person's way over here. So I slowed down. And I came in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. 4 seconds better than my best time, which in a half mile is a good thing. But I look back this day and think, if I didn't turn around, I would have done 2.5 miles like our top runner did. Which is a good learning point. If my daughter asked me, tell me, Dad, about when you're Army. After high school, I joined the Army and Special Forces. I was in Special Forces. The way you make it through Special Forces is just being determined. I've seen 220-pound guys who cried. They just couldn't make it. It wasn't strength, it wasn't skill, it was just determination. Being able to fall down and get back up again. And to this day, I tell my kids, there's nothing wrong with failing. The only loser is a quitter. You just get back up again. Failing's learning experience. So I'm telling you, as parents or future parents, share your life with your kids. It is a learning experience that you have received to give them knowledge, to give them joy about who you are, to bond with them.